And we will start with Manchester United this evening and those stories across a number of the papers, linking them with the RB Leipzig forward Benjamin Šeško. Henry Winter, we will come to you first. And it doesn't take too long to decipher why Manchester United are after a striker. Just 44 Premier League goals last season. Only Southampton, Leicester, Ipswich and Everton managed fewer. So this is a real priority for Ruben Amorim.
Well, and it's been his priority all summer. It's why he brought Matheus Cunha in to play as the sort of the left-sided 10. Brian Mbeumo obviously has come in, probably plays the right-sided 10. Interesting to see where Bruno Fernandes fits in that. But I mean, we've seen from the start with Rasmus Højlund, he's so hard-working, but he's just not finishing off the fairly scant service that he's been getting. So Sesko appeal, as the Sun delicately put it. I mean, they're a difficult club to negotiate with. I mean, you can ask Arsenal, you can ask Newcastle, and Newcastle fans must be sort of doing their head in seeing another player that they've been linked with probably going elsewhere. But it's a sensible move by Manchester United because they absolutely need a striker. I mean, sympathy for Højlund, but he simply hasn't delivered.
It's an interesting one, isn't it, Roger, because the two players that they've been linked with, one, Benjamin Šeško, a younger player at the age of 22 with no Premier League experience. One of the other targets, reportedly across a number of papers, is Aston Villa's Ollie Watkins, who has the pedigree. He is a ready-made Premier League striker, but it might just be the structure of the payment and potentially the longevity that is attracting United to Šeško.
Without doubt, Rob. Sesko will cost more money than Watkins. He'll cost, £70 million, I would imagine. But he's 22 years of age, and I know there is this, a desire for people to be Premier League ready, like Cunha, like Mbeumo. But when you've got a talent like Sesko, even at £70 million, this will be a good deal for Manchester United. Henry says they're desperately crying out for a player of his ability, and he's a guy who could be the Manchester United centre-forward for a decade.
So the Telegraph saying United step up a pursuit of £70 million, Sesko. And it is an interesting point, Henry, that perhaps you don't need as much Premier League pedigree from a player if the two that you plan on playing in and around him, and we know Ruben Amorim wants those two number 10s, Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo, have shown that they can do it in this division before.
Absolutely, they have. And Rasmus Højlund must be looking at that and saying, well, I could actually do with a little bit of that quality of service. But if it is Sesko, and look, I mean, you can talk to anyone around Arsenal, and negotiating with Leipzig is not the easiest. And so this might run. Manchester United, understandably, don't want to be overpaying for a player. And this is probably why they withdrew from the Ollie Watkins scenario. He's only got 1 year left of his contract at Aston Villa. But also Sesko, I think, possibly offers a little bit more, though he's younger. He can play with his back to goal. He's not so much of a run-through striker as Ollie Watkins is, and they need someone to sort of knit the player and bring the number 10s in around him. But I think with Manchester United, Sesko, fantastic, get a striker, but I do think they also need a goalkeeper, and they probably need a more mobile central midfielder as well.